Hello everyone, it's Rick Sisbis Mackhead's friend. I wanted to put this video to talk about a very important thing that I spoke about a lot of times in my other video tutorials, the old ones. And I want to talk about how important it is to have a sense of confidence and belief in order to be able, before you even begin trying to practice moving an object, whatever it is, pyro or electro, whatever, you have to have a sense of confidence that you're going to affect the object and something is going to happen before it begins. And that it's important because you build a lot of energy, and that emotional energy allows you to connect and affect the object. And the thing is though is that you have to have a sense of certainty and belief. And what I want to give example is that it's like this. Look, you have a side wheel, right? The side wheel is universal. Everybody knows that when you put a toothpick or a needle through an eraser and you put an object on top of it like a piece of foil or paper, you're always going to get the same results all the time. And that you can rely on that to give you the same results all the time. So over time, what that does, that builds a sense of certainty and a sense of a belief that you're always going to get what you want when you practice with it. A sense of structure, an emotional structure, an emotional belief. So you're always going to get what you want. You're always going to, when you put the paper or foil on top of that needle or the toothpick, it's always going to balance just right, and it's always going to spin, right? It's always going to give you what you want. It's always going to give you what it does. And so that's how you and so what happens is that when you get more better with it, which you guys should be by now, watching my videos and tutorials, is that before you even begin practicing 30 minutes or 20 minutes or an hour before, you're thinking and feeling it. Before you practice, that belief system and that certainty is already growing inside of you, building a potential energy that allows you to connect the object and you affect it the way you want, manipulate the way you want with the telekinesis chi energy. And that's the thing, is that that's the same thing that you should have even when you're working with other objects, with a ping pong ball or a can rolling on a table or whatever. But this is the problem, is that it's not like when you're working with a can or a ping pong ball, you're not getting the same results that you do when you're working with a reliable side wheel that gives you the results all the time, 100%. So when you're working with a ping pong ball or a can, this is the thing, is that you have to have, no matter what, because when you put the ping pong ball on a table, it's just a ball that's just loose. It's going everywhere. It's not structured and secure like a side wheel, right? Or a can. There's some leniency here. I mean, you can rely the can could go left and right? But it's still loose. It's not reliant like a side wheel. So that's the thing, is that all of a sudden now you're working with a different object, and it gives you a sense of you can't rely on it. You can't, because you don't recognize it. You don't have a sense of belief with it, because it's a whole new thing and it's loose and it's just a wild thing that's just going everywhere. So that's the thing, is that you can put the ping pong ball, and over time you could build a belief system and a sense of confidence that you can make it move, but you still have a trouble with the surface. Because sometimes when you put the ping pong ball or can on a wood or glass surface, you're going to get different results. The ping pong ball can have nicks and dings on it, and the can could have bends and dents on it. So it's not reliable like a side wheel. So that's the thing, is that I understand that. I understand what you're going through. I've been through that. So what you have to do is that you have to learn to break through that doubt and that judgment and overthinking, and think of what you're working with. Use that emotional confidence that you have with the side wheel and apply that emotional confidence. Even though you're working with a can or a different object on a different surface or a ping pong ball, you have to apply that emotional certainty on those objects. It's different, but you have to apply that same certainty and belief with it. Try to work with the ping pong ball for months and months, or a can for months and months, on a surface, on a reliable surface that you're confident with. On a glass surface or on a computer screen like an iPad or something like that. Some people do that. On a wood surface, smooth. Become reliable. Become confident. Make sure that you feel a sense of reliance with it, a sense of connection with the surface and the object. So you can build a belief, a sense of certainty that you can get the same results with it. So you could rely on that object to give you the same thing that you want on that surface, so that you can have that same side wheel confidence on different objects. So you can have a sense of, so you can have a breakthrough and move different objects on different surfaces. So that's the problem. Is I understand that. I've been through that, and that you just have to just don't worry and just believe and have confidence and work with reliable surfaces and objects for a long period of time. And you have to have that subtle sense of certainty in your gut, that feeling. No ego, no pride. Take your time, watch my videos and tutorials. You guys can do it, okay? Be patient. You guys can move on, but just pay attention. And that's what you have to do. That's the problem. So I understand that. So just take care, guys. I hope you understand the video and be patient and you guys can grow. Thank you and God bless.